The next screen would be the frequency eclipse screen. This is the set value for frequency eclipse. And then the final screen is the reel speed. And again, it's in real time. So you can see right now the reel is spinning at 2200 RPMs. And then you're back to system voltage. The second mode is the mechanic or superintendent mode, which is passcode protected. So in order to enter this mode, you hold down both the orange buttons simultaneously and then power up the key. Continue holding these buttons down until it prompts you to enter a PIN code. So you can scroll up and down to select the proper numerical value, and then the center black button inputs that value. So in this case, you can see I'm entering a value of 6789. Now the first menu you get here is a factory reset. If you were to select this factory reset, it'll put all the settable components back to the preset factory values. It's a good quick way of getting all the machines exactly the same. You also have this output voltage that you had before, the output travel speed you had before, and then the first settable menu is frequency eclipse. Now this gives you the opportunity to change that. So I've selected the center button, and now I can simply scroll up or down to the new frequency eclipse value I want. In this case, I'm setting it to 0.140 inches. Moving along is reel speed. Now the first of the maintenance type items. This is a total runtime, so this is the total hour meter for the machine. You also have some diagnostic functions here. You can see the current draw of the traction motor, and again, that's in real time. And you have the same thing with the reel motor. So this is a good way of seeing if you start having bearings that are starting to fail or reel to bed knife clearance is too tight, that you can do some preventative maintenance. There's also a total draw coming out of the battery pack. Now, this gets into the second way of operating the machine, either in the frequency eclipse mode or by having a set maximum mow speed. So now I can lower the max mow speed if I want to make sure my operators walk at a slower speed than the maximum. You can also set a maximum reel speed, or a set reel speed, in this case 2200. What this will do is keep the reel at a constant 2200 RPM. The maintenance hour meter. Here's a unit select. If you have English or metric units, we'll convert all the functions into metric display. And then finally, it gets into the calibration routines. So through these calibrate menus, you can simply run the bail control. Same thing would go for the paddle control through its range of motion instead of having to do any adjustments mechanically to some sort of cable or whatnot. So a very quick, easy way of doing maintenance as these machines wear over time. So the final menu we want to show you is the back lap. Once you're in the superintendent mode, again, that's the passcode protected mode. In order to initiate back lap, you need to activate the reel rocker switch into the rearward position. From that point, you follow the prompts on the menu screen. It asks, do you want a back lap? Select yes with the orange button here. In order to initiate movement, engage and release the bail. So the reel has started turning in a back lap mode, the traction system is disabled, and you notice a chime. This chime is to alert others in the shop area that backlapping is occurring. In order to change the speed at which the reel spins during backlapping, you can scroll up and down with these orange buttons, and you see a percentage value relative to the maximum available RPM for backlapping. Now, there's a safety lockout on this, meaning that if any of these controls are touched inadvertently, so in this case the speed paddle, it immediately shuts the reel down. In order to reinitiate backlap, simply turn on and off the backlap switch, select yes, and engage and release the bail again, and you're back running backlap. This also has a 5-minute countdown timer, so it'll run for 5 minutes and then it automatically shuts off. If you need to backlap for additional periods of time, you would simply reactivate the switch and start again.